An existential statement tells us something about just some of the objects in a category. So universal statements tell us about everything in the category. Existential statements tell us about some of the things in the category. So, consider the statement, some people can sing. It turns out there are a lot of ways that this statement can be true. So we have two categories, people and singers. And kind of the natural and obvious way to represent this is to have the circle of people and the circle of singers be separate circles that overlap. So here in the overlap, we have people that can sing. But then out here, we have people that can't sing. And over here, we have singers that are not people. Maybe we've got some birds or something in our universe. So kind of the natural way to draw this is the people and the singers overlapping. In this situation, there are singers who aren't people. There are people who aren't singers. Now, the second example is a very weird one. Remember, some does not imply not all. So we might, in fact, have the circle of people entirely inside the circle of singers. And so inside the inner circle, we have people that can sing. That's all that some people can sing guarantee us. That we have some people who can sing. And then we have some singers that are not people. Again, maybe we have some birds or something. So some does not guarantee not all means we could have the people circle inside the singers circle. And we could also go the other way around, right? We could have all of the singers be people. That's less weird. So inside the inner circle, we have, again, people that can sing. And then out here, they're inside the people circle, but not the singers circle. These are people that can't sing. So we could have the singers circle inside the people's circle. And then the last thing that can happen, some does not imply not all. We could just have the people and the singers being the same thing. All the singers are people, all the people are singers. We have the same circle. Now, just like before, we have kind of a normal diagram. This is what you hear when this is what you think when you hear some people can sing, is that there's this property of being able to sing, and some people have it, and it's not necessarily the case that no non-people have it, computers, birds, whatever. This one is also pretty normal, right? There's all the people, and then among the people, there's a subset that can sing, right? That's another thing that you might think when you hear some people can sing. But then there's this one, and there's this one. You would not think of either one of those pictures if I told you some people can sing. But logically, I haven't told you that not all people can sing when I say that some people can. Okay, we have a positive existential statement. We also have a negative existential statement. Some math teachers are not funny. Our two categories here are math teachers and funny, well, we haven't said our universe, funny things, or maybe funny people, whichever. So some math teachers are not funny. If I hear that, the picture I'm going to get is we have math teachers. Some of them are funny and some of them aren't, right? This is kind of the most natural diagram to draw. So out here then, we have math teachers that are not funny. And in here, we have math teachers that are funny. Depending on your experience of math teachers, you may feel that I've drawn that inside circle a little bit too big. But there are other possibilities, right? That most natural diagram for some turns out also applies here. Right, over here we have math teachers. Here we have funny things. And over here, we have the math teachers who are not funny. Right, they're outside the funny circle, but inside the math teacher's circle. And in here, we have some math teachers who are funny. That little wedge may have a more appropriate size. And then over here, we also have a bunch of funny people or funny things, not math teachers. So that diagram also shows some math teachers are not funny. Okay, can we go further with this? Yeah, we can. It could be that none of the math teachers are funny. Remember, some does not imply not all. So over here, we have math teachers, and every single one of them is not funny. This is not the state of affairs that math teachers like to believe applies. And over here, we have all the funny things, and none of them are math teachers. So, all three of those diagrams can represent a reality in which some math teachers are not funny. I would say that this one and this one are both pretty normal. Those are what you think of when someone says, some math teachers are not funny. But this one is also possible. Some math teachers are not funny is still true if that third diagram describes the actual state of the world.